Oh, it's a totally not evil guy again.
Oh man, if you look at their logo in a specific way, it kind of looks like a guy, kind of like, I don't even know what
it's a power button with a scythe.
Oh yeah, so it's what this symbolizes is
Or not,
that
okay.
is that
If you turn this game on, you will kill your console.
Me about the problem and not torturing
Why doesn't it? First off, how much hair gel does it take to get that thing to stay up like that? It physically shouldn't be possible considering how small the strand at the base of his forehead is. Like, Jesus.
It's a third arm.
What? It can move?
Yes.
Confidential, the ultimate life form. Wait.
So, I guess you could say Graham is a bit crackers. No.
That's racist.
No one.
I don't get it. Ah, I love that animation.
Look at the Shy Guy smiling. Holy shit, I've never seen that before.
All right,
Quit my lollygagging. Sandy, you're the one not doing anything.
Here we are.
Hi, Abby.
Radio Tower, I just hate for the, oh yeah, fucking JoJo action here.
How old is this fighting game?
Super Nintendo.
Oh,
No, this is Dreamcast.
Oh.
Oh, the game is
Oh,
that...
no, yeah, there's a different one for the Super Nintendo.
The anime's that old?
Yeah.
Yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is an old anime.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. And they're still doing new episodes of it?
Let me put it this way. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3 was the inspiration for Persona.
Oh, wow.
And that was Part 3.
Yes.
This level sucks. This
I don't
was the
mind
second-
the stage itself, I just hate the boss.
No, the stage is annoying. because it's so easy to fall and get your and have to redo stuff. It's another one of those stages where you can skip things super easily. And not only that, I hate I hate those guys right there, the guys with the spinny things. It's just like, okay, you don't get to shoot me because fuck you. Ugh. It just wasn't fun, and I had a lot of frame rate issues looking at this. Like my eyes were kind of trying to tear themselves out of my skull.
On the
Not
other
to mention,
hand, I'll give them props for it not being another fucking factory level.
yeah, it's at least it's visually distinct, granted. But also, Avi's voice is probably one of the least pleasant things I've ever listened to in quite a long time. So he's just obnoxious.
He's supposed to be.
He's supposed to be obnoxious, but he's not endearing obnoxious. He's obnoxious.
Yeah, it's the difference between Mettaton and, well, this. I keep making Undertale comparisons lately, but
Well, because you just played it.
Yeah, but it's the first.
It's like your live streaming. Yeah.
It's the first thing that pops into my mind for this, as a comparison to this, though, because Mettaton is an entertainment robot who does television shows and whatnot. He even has a news segment at one point. So
I know that this is just my personal experience, but whenever anybody says Mettaton from Undertale, I'm immediately thinking of Metatron from SMT, which is completely different.
Oh no! Everyone.
What about Megatron?
Everyone. You know what? That pisses me off though, because everyone at some point mispronounces Mettaton's name as Metatron, and then instead of realizing that Metatron is an actual name, they think Megatron. Why?
Because they're
Megatron came
Transformers
first.
Yeah, but it's not like Metatron is a totally obscure thing.
But I would say there's probably an influx more of Transformers fans than there are SFT.
Well, no, Metatron's like an actual angel from like religion.
It's symbolic.
Yeah.
So, you know.
You see, I am not as well versed in that sort of study as you guys are, so when I hear Metatron, I think Megatron.
Well, it's understandable that a lot of I love that these robots have 2 frames of animation like they're Mario Party background effect. But Metatron in terms of like the biblical canon isn't like I don't think Christianity like has him as like an official angel like the 4 archangels are like Michael and Gabriel and all that. His background is very obscure and you need to like look up. It's like I don't know if he's more of a Jewish thing or something, but
so is he the actual leader of the Decepticons?
He's basically kind of feels like that in SMT sometimes.
I think Metatron is apocryphal, so that might be it.
Yeah, probably. But anyway, back to God. Can we talk more about Bible history instead of talking about Mighty Number 9?
No.
Now I beat Countershade before doing this level. I believe there's another enemy gauntlet you get to skip if you do that.
Yes.
Although honestly, I think it'd be more fun if he just blew up the boss for you, because that boss is annoying. Also, Avi's name, I just keep on thinking of AVI video files instead.
Yeah, that might actually be part of the joke, actually. But, you know, who uses Avi files anymore? Avi files suck.
Yeah, they're way too big. MP4s all the way.
MP4s, hell, even MKVs. Like, half the stuff I have can't play MKVs, but at least the file compression is good. I mean, MKVs give you a devil of a time when you actually want to convert something. I mean, you can't just stick them in Adobe Premiere or a movie studio the way you can MP4s and expect them to do something.
Yeah, that's one of the most annoying things about movie studios, is that it only really it doesn't accept a lot of these other video files.
It plays by their rules.
Yeah.
And you have to abide by that.
Yeah. It's also the wind. I also don't think is particularly interesting, because it doesn't affect things as much as you would think it would. Because you
have a dash.
Yeah, you have a dash.
It always seems to go in one direction, and unfortunately that direction is usually against you, so it feels like it's just there to slow you down.
Not to mention that there are some parts about it that I don't think are ever explained. Like, when the wind's blowing up, you can dash and gain height that way. But the game doesn't expect you... Well, the game does expect you and doesn't expect you to do that at the same time.
The game doesn't expect you to do it here.
Yeah.
They expect you to do it in the final stage.
But there's more stage down there. You should be able to just come back up.
Castlevania syndrome.
Looks like Mighty Number 9 is Mighty No.
Oh, yeah, see, like right there. You were thinking about dashing into that guy, but you realized that you might fall off the edge, so you don't. It's... I wish that it were the level design was better.
Okay, we've gone from interesting, visually distinct level design to could you possibly
Skybox.
Yeah, Skybox. Could you possibly make this level look any cheaper to construct?
Airman stage looked more interesting. And that was literally just a blue sky.
Oh god, that happens to Jared too, where
Going for the save.
You wound up falling off of the upper level and then dashing like a madman to try and get to the platform over there.
It worked.
It did, yes. But like, the wind is nice when it's at your back, but it doesn't spend a whole lot of time.
You're not gonna get that sprinter bonus now, mister.
Don't give a shit.
How are you gonna get all those anime fans now?
Like, maybe if the wind occasionally changed direction so that you could adjust to where it was.
Well, no, then you'd get Super Mario Brothers 2 syndrome, and I don't know if anybody wants that.
That's more like it.
What do you mean?
Lost levels.
Lost levels.
Where the wind would change sporadically and mess up your jumps.
Well, no, like if it changed with timing so that you could predict it.
Oh yeah, that's more closer to a Propeller Knight stage then, is more what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that would be okay. Actually, that would be good, because
Of course, you compared it to a much better Mega Man clone.
Fuck physics.
I can fly.
Yeah, the game expects you to platform here, not float. But the game expects you to float in the boss fight so that you don't fall into the two very large pits. So, like, yeah, and you dash by so fast that you might not necessarily notice that you're going upward with the dashing.
Yeah, a good move, not going for that energy tank there, because Jared...
That's an extra life.
Oh, extra life, yeah, whichever, but, like, Jared went for it, he died, then he went for it again, and he died again. Yeah,
that's generally my rule, because if you miss it once, oh, now I have to get it to get back to where I was. You miss it again, it's just like, okay, I'm wasting time and lives.
Wasting my life.
Oh, man. It's not a very terrifying tower, and a tower of terror would involve an elevator, which you haven't built yet, so I'm sorry, Abby. This is a really bad... yeah, really bad carnival attraction. I'm gonna have to shut you down.
this boss fight can go suck my dick. Okay.
He also has, like, I think a surprisingly dark line if you just jump off of the ledge.
Oh yeah, he says like local boy today. Tragedy strikes as local boy jumps from a radio tower or something like that. But here's the annoying thing is, okay, if you've got Countershade's weapon, what you're supposed to do is shoot it at the
Just
little.
bounce, yeah, the little floaty thing, yeah.
But the frustrating thing is it can miss if you do that. So why even bother doing it that way? And it doesn't do nearly enough damage to really. Oh man, I tried to do this fight second with the boss weakness, and it just was not worth it to me. It was infuriating to try to do.
They do not give you much ammunition for Counter Shade.
Oh no, it uses. I mean, does all the ammunition recharge on its own, or just his?
It takes a long time though.
Yeah, and you can only get like 3 shots before it has to recharge.
I think Counter Shade gives you 6 altogether, but
That's consistent with sniper rifle weapons in general, though, because they're usually high on damage, low on ammo.
Yeah, but this
but
isn't
you
high on
you
damage.
get more. Yeah, this is also a video game with a robot.
It did look like when Jared managed to hit, it did a lot of damage.
Basically, from my experience, it took 3 shots to get him to the purple state where you can suck up his Zells, which, considering that it's not always super easy to hit the little floaty thing, and it's not on stage all the time, it should have done more damage, like 1 or 2 shots.
Although Jared did pull off, I'm bringing up Jared in this boss a lot, but Jared did pull off a lot of sweet improv shots, ricocheting off other parts of the arena too. So it's not just the camera thing that you get bounce shots off of.
One annoying thing about his bombs that he'll drop is it's just like, okay, he drops them all. Like for example, he'll drop the bombs in the gaps between the platforms. So you think, okay, I gotta jump to one of the other platforms now to be safe. But he'll just randomly drop a bomb on one of the platforms, usually the one you're jumping to, and then you'll take damage. And it's just, it's infuriating. This boss is not fun.
I'll laugh if, despite being, over top of a bottomless pit, which kills you instantly, Avi actually has his own one-hit kill move, too.
Does he?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
I hope not, because that would be obnoxious.
This is one of the longest fights in the game, though, so even with his weakness.
Ryan almost screwed up the entire thing right there.
Use your goddamn energy tank, dude.
Don't want to.
Nah, it's almost done. Oh!
You were saying?
Oh! That shouldn't have happened.
You had an E-Tech. You have no one to blame but yourself.
It also doesn't look like you should be able to dash into him from up there. Because you're not even touching him.
No, your hitbox for dashing is actually remarkably large.
Is that you, Beckles?
And I mean, it should be, but it doesn't look right.
No, that's the problem. It doesn't look like it. So you wouldn't assume it is. I just noticed this video ends with 1337. Do we keep talking so that nobody would get it, or?
No, let's not. Let's just end it here.